Hi everyone, it's Charley Mann with Great Legal Marketing, and what I want to talk with you about right now is setting expectations, aka goal setting. See, the reason that I want to talk about setting expectations and frame the conversation that way rather than just as goal setting is because setting expectations is a really important factor in setting goals with your team. Because your team is expected to hit certain things. And goal setting tends to indicate sort of this moonshot approach where you want to set this really, really big number and try and get as close as humanly possible. But when you're talking about setting expectations for a team, one of the things that you want to do is set achievable goals. So that way whenever your team proves to themselves, hey, we can do that, it means the next time you set a goal, they will look at it in a way where they're saying, yes, we can absolutely do this. So let's go ahead and look at this sort of framework right here and discuss setting expectations too low, too high, and then just right. So let's first start with too low, because I think that this may be the number one error in setting expectations and setting goals, especially in a law practice. So the number one thing that you can do that can really sink your ship is just repeating what you've already done as your goal. So let's say you've signed 5 new clients this month and you decide, you know what, for the next 3 months, I want to sign 5 new clients each month. All that you're trying to do is just have this easy, simple, basic win that doesn't stretch your team at all, that doesn't require inventing new resources. It's not interesting, it's not useful to your practice. And you're basically saying, you know what, if we hit 4, I guess I'll be okay. You should definitely stretch your goals. Make it 6, 7, maybe even 8. Oftentimes, the reason that you're doing, say, this matching approach is it's kind of fear-based. You're saying to yourself, well, I know that I can do this because I've done this before, so let's not make this too scary. Frankly, expectations should have a little bit of fear to them. You should have something that you're trying to achieve, not just settling for what you've already got. The next issue, and the comment that I often hear when people set goals too low is, let's make it an easy to hit number. Let's just make it something we're guaranteed to get. That doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve your practice, it doesn't serve your employees, and it doesn't serve your family. When all you're trying to do is just hit the bare minimum because you're too scared to go for something else, that is a recipe for mediocrity. And finally, too low, you think, well, I don't know that my team is willing to do the work to achieve this goal. There's an easy solution to that. Find yourself a new team. So what about too high goals? So the biggest error here is when I hear people talking about, let's shoot for the stars, and the really bad approach, because if you miss, you still may hit the moon, or at the shoot for the moon, you may just hit the stars, that sort of approach. It's ridiculous, frankly. When you're trying this shoot for the stars approach and you set in this huge number and you think it's okay if we fail because at least we set a high number. So let's say you're signing 10 clients this month and you say, I want to sign 30 clients this next month. Even though you only tend to get 25 potential clients each month, that goal is arguably too high. You're trying to shoot for the stars. You're really excited at this idea of, I'm going to get 30 clients this month. When it's more realistic to say, well, we get 25 potential clients, but we're only signing 10. This month, let's push for 15 signed clients, improve our process of actually getting them signed. Or maybe let's get 20 of those clients. Even that is a lot more realistic than trying to exceed a number that doesn't even exist on your spreadsheet. The next problem is it requires overinvestment. You do have to look realistically at what you are willing to do in order to achieve your goals. Now, there should be an investment component, especially in your marketing if you want to get new clients. But if you're saying to yourself, I want to go from 10 to 30, and you're not willing to say lay down $10,000 in print ads plus another $5,000 in pay-per-click and making more content for your website, you're talking unrealistic numbers here. Now, if you are willing to say go $5,000 on print ads and $2,500 on pay-per-click and maybe a little bit of social media ads and working on your content and establishing a referral relationship, something that doesn't require as much of an investment as capital as it does of time, now we're talking more realistic, but then you're probably pulling back the actual goal that you are setting because you can say to yourself, well, rather, that sounds like resources that gets me up to 17 clients rather than 30. And then the next month, if I repeat this process, I could probably hit 20, then 25 from there. A lack of research. If you don't understand your market, if you don't understand your competition, both on the web and offline, you have no business setting realistic goals. You need to understand your market and your current marketing. If you know what your current marketing brings in by tracking your marketing, then you can figure out, well, if I turn up the knob here, if I change this investment from $2,000 a month to $3,000 a month, then I can expect to bring in an extra 50% out of that. Now you're talking real, actual researched goal setting. So know other people's numbers as best as you can and know your own numbers for certain. And finally, a bad timeline. This is a major problem with a lot of these big moonshot goals where you're talking about, oh, well, I want to get 30 new clients next month. Well, think about it. I would like to be signing 30 new clients every month, 12 months from now. How do I stage it out to get to that point? That's real goal setting. That's real setting expectations, creating a realistic timeline. So finally, what are some of the characteristics of good setting expectations or goal setting? So to hit it just right, you want to support your goals with data. Just like we've already talked about, if you know that you can turn the knob here and bring in 50% more, now you can set new goals. It must require some type of creative imagination, requires some sort of invention. If you're not creating a new resource, if you're not turning up the knob somewhere, if you're not improving something, you can't tick up. You can only tick at the same level and really you're risking a downfall while other attorneys come in and set realistic goals and invest in their marketing. You should be following proven models that are available. Obviously, the members of Great Legal Marketing get to see a lot of these proven models. We also share a lot in our weekly email that goes out to non-members and through other resources that we make available, including videos like these. But you want to follow proven models because they're proven. If you know that I can just add this component or I can increase this other component because you're following a proven roadmap, that increases your chances of success. We follow proven road models all the time, and it is always more successful for us than just trying to invent something totally ridiculous and crazy. You should be looking into the marketplace. And by the way, little secret here, don't just look at other lawyers. Look at what other small businesses in your area are doing to attract new customers and clients. If there's a new business in your area that possibly is starting to open new franchises or something like that, look at what they're doing to become successful. Especially if they're following the direct response model where you know that you can get back your investment by investing in marketing. Then you always want to set with achievable progress. And I use the word progress here for a reason. Goals and expectations, especially when dealing with a team, are all about proven progress, showing that you can create an upward trend so that way your troops will follow you into battle for the rest of the war. And then finally, stretches your team. Like I said, if you have team members that aren't willing to stretch, that aren't willing to learn new things, that aren't willing to challenge themselves, you're due for a new team. A little upgrade never hurt anyone. Okay, so again, I'm Charley Mann with Great Legal Marketing, and this is how we recommend you set expectations and set goals for your law practice. Thanks for watching. Look, if what you've heard is interesting to you and you want to become part of our club, you want to see from the inside what we're doing at Ben Glass Law and see some of the tricks of the trade through Great Legal Marketing, you can go to the URL below to check out more information about our Gold program. And we're going to give you 2 months free to get started, so there's no risk to you and you can cancel it anytime. So all I want you to do right now is just check out this URL if you want to come and join us and see how you can get a lot of this stuff achieved, including finding a lot more proven models that you can use in your marketing.